When did Dr. B.R. Ambedkar leave us for his heavenly abode? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar left us in the year 1956 on 6th December. But did really he leave us? Has he really left us? For millions of people in India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar still lives in the minds and hearts. He still rules our hearts and minds. And we fondly remember him as Baba Saheb Ambedkar because he has immensely contributed to the modern India, to the independent India, where today we proudly say that we are citizens of an independent country and we enjoy freedom, we enjoy equality, fraternity. Hello there, this is Kumar Prashant. I come to you once again to discuss about Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, fondly known as Dr. Baba Saheb B.R. Ambedkar. Let us understand why people of this country fondly remember him, fondly utter his name, and every year on 6th of December we remember him on his death anniversary and 14th of April on his birth anniversary, because he has become part and parcel of our life today. When we got independence in 1947, we were not sure whether we would be getting equal citizenship, we would be equally treated irrespective of our caste, religion and language. But our freedom fighters, people who fought for our freedom, who got us our independence, came together and formed a constituent assembly to write a constitution for the independent India. And this constituent assembly was chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Baba Saheb Ambedkar was chosen among the many equals to head this constituent assembly as its chairman. He was one of the brightest among the contemporary thinkers. He was well educated, so many degrees with him, with so many doctorates with him, and he represented the downtrodden, the marginalized sections of the country. He was, in fact, their voice. Therefore, when this assembly for the writing of constitution continued its work, and people were trying to represent their views, represent their opinions, their side of demands, he always stood firm for the Dalits, for the Adivasis, for the backward caste, and for the underprivileged, those who were called the oppressed and suppressed class. Baba Saheb Ambedkar gave us the universal franchise where every citizen had a right to cast a single vote, irrespective of his or her caste, religion, or regionality. Remember that prior to this, the marginalized section of our society was subjugated in the caste hierarchy for more than 5,000 years. There was very oppressive and dehumanizing caste system. And there were also forces who tried that the system remained intact because they started arguing that this was a traditional arrangement for work assignment in the society so that the society would be running smoothly without any issue, any problem. So many people wanted that caste system remained. But Baba Saheb always knew that this inhuman system was the root cause of the poverty, of the deprivation of a greater section of the society, the Dalits, the poor, the backward communities, the oppressed class. Baba Saheb Ambedkar envisioned a society where people would be equal, everyone would have equal voting rights, people would enjoy freedom irrespective of their caste and creed, and people would have fundamental rights that would be always protected. Baba Saheb Ambedkar envisioned a country that gives prime importance to its citizens and protects their rights by all means. Baba Saheb Dr. B.R. Ambedkar made it absolutely sure that the Constitution stands on equality, social justice, value of human rights, citizenship rights, democratic values, where everybody participated in the decision making process of the country, not only as voters, but also having rights to stand in elections. In the Constitution, there are articles which ensure our rights, which ensure our entitlements. Let us see some of them. Article 14 ensures that everybody is equal before the law, and it does not allow any form of discrimination on any ground to any of its citizens. Article 15 prohibits discrimination, which means no one can be discriminated because of religion, caste, regionality, sex, for any other reason, which means that equality has to be ensured. There has to be equal opportunity for all citizens of the country, irrespective of whatever differences they may have. Article 16 speaks of equal opportunity in employment. It guarantees that all citizens get equal opportunity in getting employment, in getting jobs. When the Dalits, the Adivasis, and the backward class people get job under reservation, they are protected by this article number 16, that we are equally eligible to get any type of job that we may want to get, irrespective of what is our position in the society. Article 17 abolishes untouchability, and it says that untouchability practice is illegal and punishable by law. So the Constitution, in fact, through this article, has constitutionally abolished untouchability practice from the country. Article 19 is a very important article. It talks about freedom of speech. It ensures that every citizen has freedom to speak out, to express his or her opinion, to form association, to express displeasure, protest peacefully. Article 21 gives us a right to life and right to personal liberty. Everybody in this country has right to life, right to live a dignified life, and right to have personal liberty. So this is a very expansive right which protects the liberty of all sections of the society, irrespective of any religion, any caste they may belong to. Now, there are many other rights, like Article 23 and 24 prohibits human trafficking and child labor. Article 25-28 gives a right to freedom of religion. Article 29 and 30 gives cultural and educational rights to all the communities, all the citizens of the country. So these are some of the examples of how our Constitution gives us the right to be citizens of this country, have all provisions as citizens. Beyond all this, Baba Saheb, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar actually envisioned a just society, an equitable society, and he ensured that everybody gets social justice, everybody's human rights is protected, and the citizens of this country have access to education, access to livelihoods, sound economic life, and the women of this country get educated, get liberated from all sorts of inhuman bondages because of their gender. So he thought of gender discrimination too during his time, and Baba Saheb Ambedkar relentlessly worked towards the upliftment of the downtrodden, the poor, the marginalized sections of the society. In the Jawaharlal Nehru ministry, he was the law minister. He was a renowned jurist, a well-read, wise person. But he is remembered today not because he was an eminent jurist, eminent parliamentarian, eminent leader, but he is remembered as the founder of the modern constitution of our country. He is acknowledged as the father of our constitution. Remember that we were subjugated to a system of deprivation, a system that ensured inequality for ages. Remember that we were victims of the stratified society where most of us were at the lowest ladder of the society, living a life of servitude, poverty, perpetual bondage. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, with the stroke of his pen, actually struck down this age-old system and established a new social order where we were recognized as human persons equal to each person in the country, not less than anyone. We always remember that it was Baba Saheb Ambedkar who ensured that we live a dignified life. Preserve this constitution as the most precious, most valued legacy. Baba Saheb Dr. B.R. Ambedkar truly lives in our hearts, in our minds, in our thoughts. His profound intellectual contribution to the society, his tireless fight against injustice, and his efforts towards a social order that is based on a strong democratic foundation of participation, equality, and fraternity still remains. It is still relevant in today's time. In fact, today we see discrimination of people around us. We see injustice being meted out to sections of the society, and we see economic iniquity is growing day by day. His thoughts, his ideas are more relevant today than ever. We can do justice to his legacy if we practice equality, if we stand for justice, and if we really value human rights of our fellow citizens. It is a fact that despite significant progress in all spheres of life, we still have discrimination happening in the lives of millions of people in this country. We still have dehumanizing practices in the villages. We still have untouchability being practiced. We still have people being tortured because of their caste. If we are not able to notice all this, if we are not able to react on this and collectively act upon all this, then we are not going to fulfill Baba Saheb's dream of an equitable society, a just society. It will remain an unfulfilled dream. Let us honor Baba Saheb Dr. B.R. Ambedkar by continuing his fight against injustice, against inequality, against inhuman practices, dehumanizing processes. Let us fulfill his dreams. Let us come together as a society, and together we can build a just social order where people are equal, where all citizens have equal opportunities, equal access to everything, jobs, education, health services, and the society becomes richer when the government of the day becomes sensitive to the needs of the citizens. Baba Saheb said, educate, organize, and agitate. We have to educate ourselves, we have to organize as people, as communities, state, nation, and agitate until we get our rights, until we get our entitlements ensured. Thank you for watching my video. I appeal everyone to celebrate the life of Baba Saheb Ambedkar ji and live his message, live his values that he has taught to us. I keep it here. Please subscribe to my channel, give a like to the video, and share this one with your friends. Once again, we are going to meet in the immediate future with another new topic. Till then, I take leave from you. Namaste and Jai Hind.